MovieWeb.com.
So how much apocalyptic literature did Richard have to give you guys to brush up on for this?
Bible's worth.
Yeah.
I read the first page, that was it. You know, with Richard, obviously, you know, Richard is extremely detailed in his process, but, you know, as Sarah's been saying, still, you know, very much allowing you to be open with the dialogue and material and letting us change and play on set. But he was very specific with the characters, and especially with who he wanted to play the characters. And I remember sitting down with him for the first time, very specific about me playing Boxer, very specific about Sarah playing Krista now, which I thought was a great choice. And, you know, especially once the movie's done, she does a great job.
Well, Krista now is a derivative of Christ now, or now is Christ. I'm wondering if there's any implication in any of the other material he may have given you that says that your character is like the Antichrist, but we never see that in the film. Is that what, and you're like the apostle. Is that what I'm supposed to get from that?
Well, here, you know, the great thing about that is you're not wrong. You know, and that's one of the things that's the beauty of this movie, honestly, you know, Southland Tales. And we've taken this movie to Cannes, you know, it's been everywhere, we've talked to a ton of people. And for a lot of people, they're like, well, I think it means this, and I think it means that. And it's very interpretive, much like the Bible. Our response is the same. Well, you're not wrong. Really.
Well, you have this interesting nervous tick in the movie, and I'm wondering where that came from. Was that improvisation, or was that something that was always in the script?
No, it wasn't in the script. I was just thinking of different ways. If this guy is a paranoid schizophrenic and he has multiple multiple personality disorder, he has amnesia, constantly searching for the truth through Sarah's character, because she's my conduit to the truth, and I know the world's going to come to an end, and I've been talking to her about it, confiding in her about it. How would he react? And I just thought that would, I don't know where that came from, actually. Maybe I was nervous myself. I think I was drunk that day on the set.
You were
yes,
drunk
that's it.
that day,
It was
drinking
a
that
Southern
six-pack?
comfort, yes.
No, there was so much preparation into each character, and Dwayne specifically, because the character was so complicated, he had this rich history, but he knew none of it. How does one behave when they know that people keep telling them all this stuff about themselves, and everyone on the street knows you because you're that famous, but you can't remember it? I mean, I think it would make anybody incredibly neurotic and nervous and socially awkward.
Well, I thought that was interesting that you're such a famous actor in this film, your character is, but yet you're on the beach and no kids are running up to you, there's no paparazzi. I
He
thought
had
that
a
was
hood on
kind
it.
of...
He was...
Oh, no, but I didn't have a hood that one time.
That
I know
one
what
time.
you're
There's one
talking
time when you don't even have a shirt on, right? And
Well, right. Well,
He
no,
doesn't have a shirt on. I mean, who's looking at his face? No, I'm just
right. They're just like...
They're in the areolas.
So,
Well, 'cause I
I
would
didn't mean
think
it that way. I was referring to a
did.
really good physique. To be so self-deprecating.
I noticed some of your, maybe this is my interpretation again, but I noticed some of your line readings kind of come off like William Shatner, and I'm wondering if that was kind of what you were going for, like when you're reading the script and stuff.
Well, no, I wasn't thinking of William Shatner as much as I was just, I thought that there was just a certain rhythm that Boxer talked like, you know, and there was a nervous energy and a rhythm that he, without slipping into it now, but, you know, that he would talk like. But no, Shatner wasn't really the thought.
Well, how did he convince you to sing on the soundtrack?
Who, me?
No,
Oh, I was going
Sarah.
to say, right.
Yeah, I know you have a wonderful
Richard.
voice. So
No,
just
Richard,
remember.
I had
Alcohol.
nothing to do with it.
Alcohol. He just plied you with some alcohol, and then it was all from there.
Pretty much, because it's pretty much the only way to get me to actually do it.
And she did great, right?
Yeah.
By the way, do you really believe it? When he goes, she did great. Yeah.
Are you guys familiar with Shutters? Or was that an in-joke on the... Have you ever had a rendezvous there?
Me and Richard? Or?
Yeah, anybody.
Wait, you two? I had one with Richard there. You had it?
I was right after you.
This is so awkward. This is just not good.
I knew those noises, yes. I love Shutters. We love Shutters. You know,
Yeah.
and Shutters was the very first place that I ever stayed at when I came to LA. In between houses being built for me, I always go to Shutters. I try to have the junkets at Shutters. And we were on the set that one day, and we came up with that line, and he's like, great, I love it. And
That's funny, yeah.
Between my studio apartments being built, I stay in the lobby
stop it.
sometimes.
Right, in New York. She's got a $9 million
I stay in the lobby sometimes.
apartment.
Okay.
I sleep on the beach right there.